This is Repair Dad here. On this video, we're going to be talking about making a shoe shelf. As you can see, our family shoe shelf was horribly overgrown, and we needed to get that repaired. So we used 2x12s. They were 12 foot long, cut them in half, notched the boards out for the 3/8 plywood. Also, the shelf supports were just simply 1-bys that were ripped to accommodate the plywood. This one, by the way, was about 4 feet wide, and we made 6 shelves. Here we are just using Gorilla wood glue on the contact points. One of the things I will add here is that I notched it out to be a little more aesthetically pleasing on the front, to hide the edges of the support boards, and it really made it more time consuming. I had to do a lot of chiseling, and I would just recommend you just take those all the way across the front just for time savings. On the back, I did bring those all the way through. As you can see, this is the back of the sides that you can see here. Here we were just sliding the shelf boards in, and we did have to do a little bit of hammering here and there. And so we're assembling it actually front side down. We're just going to use finish nails, an air nailer, to nail these. We'll be using, I believe it was 1 3/4 on the shelf support boards, and then I believe it was like 1 inch or 3/4 inch finish nails that we used, brad nails actually, on the actual shelving boards to nail those to the support boards. The 2x12 and basically all the lumber you get, you want to make sure you get the most knot-free board you can possibly get, and get the most true board you can. The ratchet tie-down straps here, they help us. These boards, this board when I cut it, it was bowed a little bit, so that helped to get those straightened out a little bit and to maintain its shape while the glue was drying and while we were nailing it. I did make a little bit of a mistake. On the front, and you'll see it later on the video, I cut those a little too short. I think I probably should have just cut the shelving boards a little shorter. That's one takeaway I had from this. Or you could just cut the shelf support boards, take those all the way through and cut the notches all the way through, and that could have been easily fixed. But on mine, I had a little bit of gap showing there where I cut them a little short, or the shelving boards were a little too long, I guess you could say that. Here we are just using the finish nail. here we are nailing the actual shelves to the shelf support board. From this angle, you can see the front of the shelf, and you can kind of see those gaps I was talking about on the sides. And that's the back of it, that's what I was talking about earlier, where I took those support boards all the way through, and it really was a whole lot quicker doing that. The next step was caulking. Like I said earlier, we had some gaps that a little unsightly, but it was no big deal. We had a margin for error with doing the painting, so we were able to hide some of those. Step 4 was going to be painting. We actually didn't paint it. We just used primer. We used Kilz 2 all-purpose primer. It's a really good product. Just did one light coat of that. It turned out really nice. It had a nice whitewash appearance. And lastly, this thing must be fastened to the wall for safety precautions.